Finland has a young offender population of about 140. Half of those are locked up here in Kerava prison. Set in countryside 40 kilometres from Helsinki, it is a closed prison with a working farm. What makes it special is not the beautiful setting, but the work that goes on inside. On this drug-free wing, young offenders are on an intensive programme to help them stop offending. They are also given very practical help with planning their life after release. Pirjo Patala is in charge of the project.
We are trying to help them to work for their better future. If they want to keep out from prison for the rest of their life, almost all of them have drug abuse problems, so that's the first step that we have to do here, so that they can keep away from the drugs. And then we have lots of groups. We try to learn how to survive in the society without drugs or criminality. Olavi is from Estonia, and he's been here in Finland over 10 years.
I didn't have this paper that I can't work in Finland. It's really hard to get. And they want me to kick out in Finland. So it was a little bit hard because you didn't get any money elsewhere, or only you get money if you steal something. So I steal and I get in prison.
While on the out, Oliver's biggest problem was drugs. So he applied for a place on this intensive change wing.
His working skills are good. He's good in groups. He goes to NA meetings and is committed to NA, so I think it's a really good start for him.
It's better to start already in prison, clean life and changing your life than using.
He was very strong about his decision to have a better future. He's fighting for his life, could we say so.
This personalised approach to the inmates was pioneered by the prison's governor, who has a very hands-on style and even lives on site.
That is the house where we live with my husband there, and at the end of this house it is the boss, the boss of the guards. You saw that man. He's at that one and we are on the other side. Quite near. No, meillä on English-speaking visitors here. Look at them, yeah. The most important thing is to be human to human. So this human way to contact the young people with all their problems is perhaps that what I at least want to do more and more. And I think we have successed in many of our targets to do it. So the open atmosphere is perhaps the best one we have, so far at least.
Their appearance change very much. They get more fat to the bones, but the most important change is on their behavior and their feelings. They start to feel again because there's no drugs which mix up your mind. So you are going to be a little bit day by day to be yourself.
It's not hard. For me it's pretty easy because I know what I want, and I want to get clean, and I want to get back in ordinary life. So for me it's not any kind of problem.
We believe that there always are possible to change. It is possible for young people to make other kind of steps in his life when compared to the background, when only he have people around him who wants really honestly to support him in his efforts.
Young people in Finland are treated generously by the justice system. Their age of criminal responsibility is 15. In our country, it is 10.
We don't send young people under 18 into prisons, and if you look at our numbers, in average we do have prisoners under 18 approximately 5 to 10. And this kind of programs we then have in prison nowadays, I think we could also already start before they come to the prison, because it is much more easier to do it without bars.
Yeah. For those who do end up in jail, the transition back to the outside world is taken seriously. 3 weeks ago, Hans was released from Kerava prison.
I've been like this bad person for all my life, doing what I want since I was a little boy. So when I was 17, I had to live three months without an apartment. So I was very messed up that time, and drinking and using drugs. And one day we were at my friend's, and when they injected me, I didn't know what it was. The only thing I said was that it's not working, and then I told my friend that now we're as low as the lowest can be, and we just laughed. And then it took maybe a week, and then I used again, and 2 days, 1 day, 1 hour. You know how it goes. It's very fast.
When Hans ended up in prison, he was able to get help with his drug problems and plan his future.
I'm glad that I got to jail, because the day my sponsor called me, a load came off my back, and I felt a lot better.
Hans now lives on his own, but before he was released, he was given a place at a rehab centre called Silta. This meant he could serve the final months of his sentence outside prison while receiving support and counselling.
They showed me around, and I didn't believe it. I didn't believe that there could be a place as good, and the people there, they were very nice and friendly. So I had my own key to the door, to the lock. No one was watching me. And I got to go to school on the evenings to the center of Tampere, and by myself, and no one watching me, so quite nice.
The support was so good that Hans continues to visit the centre most days, even now he's released. He can use their computers to look for work. Today, he has a meeting with his key worker to discuss a new dilemma.
Some people, bad people, called me last week and asked me to come and say hello. Friends, so they don't do any harm to me, but it could mean harm to me if I go there, because we go far way back, so it wouldn't be such a big step to take something with them.
Difficult.
Yes. Crossroad, you know. Have to choose.
A year after making this film, Hans has not reoffended and is currently looking for work in Tampere.